Hey guys, it's Ann. Welcome to my home worm farming channel. If you are new here, what I do is take care of all of my household waste, including people food, as well as Amazon boxes and junk mail and things of the like. Today we're looking in on the red wigglers in my tower system, and it looks like this is ready to harvest. It's a decent moisture, and although it needs sifted or perhaps water harvested, I am going to take this tray off, but first I'm going to make sure there's no worms left behind. Nope, looks like everybody has left the building. All right, let me move this off to the side and we can see what the rest of everything is doing. Okay, looks like, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is a begonia that's trying to start over. I had trimmed up my houseplants and it looks like they're trying to grow a begonia, which is the same as this big thing over here. So we don't really need any more. We're just gonna keep feeding it to the worms. So let's look and see what this is doing. Looks like the worms are still in here, doing things that worms do. And I'm willing to bet we can harvest this next time once the worms get out, because there's still plenty of worms in here. And although when I was earlier on in my worm history, I would do the light method and get these guys out of here faster in the matter of half hour, 45 minutes. I don't feel the need to do that right now. So this is going to become the top layer or the foraging layer for this next couple, 3 or 4 weeks. And we'll let them vacate on their own. All right, here we are. This one has actually never had people food. The texture is a lot different because you can tell that it is just, well, you can't really probably tell that it is just cardboard, but looks like it's darn near done. So we might be able to get 2 for 1 on that next harvest. Just depends. The Kittens of Chaos have discovered that I have the lid off of the thing that smells awesome. So I don't know how much longer. Oh, and there she is. There's our big girl. That's Aurora. They looked almost identical when I got them, but Aurora is now double the size that Ember is. She's only 5 pounds and Aurora is pushing 10. All right, second row from the bottom. Did we just catch isopods mating? Well, that's a first. Huh. Definitely have never seen that before. Cool. So it has been 4 weeks since we've been in here, and the temperatures have been up and down like they are in the Midwest. Had a frost last night, and it was 90 the week before. So put in the comments below, is every place like that, or is the Midwest just nuts that way, where it literally snows and then it's 90 in 3 days? All right, bottom layer, and it is the only one that you can recognize as having paper in it. But you can see a lot of castings in here, and a lot of worms. So they are definitely going to be grateful for the feeding that they have today of not only fresh fruit, but also some of the electric compost. The new electric composter that was given to me, it's actually a lot quieter and does about the same job, but it's quieter, slimmer profile on the counter. Just wanted to let you know that this company, Grow Well, has sent me another electric composter. And my other one's still working, but I thought since that brand isn't really made anymore, that I would go ahead and trial this brand. And it appears to be EC04, and I have this in champagne color. So, first things first, this comes off of here. This is where the carbon box goes. And they give you a thing of carbon to put in there. I'm not going to do that on camera because that's going to be dirty and loud and dusty. And it is bigger. It looks to be bigger than the other one. But when I pull this out, next to it, oddly enough, the bucket in my old one appears to be a little bit bigger. So here's the new one. The inside is identical. You can't see what's going on in there because we're trying to break up a pineapple. Feeling how heavy it is, it appears to be as strong. And you can tell this has just been running because it's a little bit dirty, but the inside looks exactly the same. The only difference is that the carbon filters are actually under the lid. And the only thing that is under the lid here is your food bucket. So if you look at this one, it's more like a rice cooker where everything is really cleanable. So I'm already liking that. Have not used it, haven't plugged it in, obviously. It also comes with a handy dandy things you can and cannot put in there and what you should put very little of and what you really need to chop up before you put it in there. And one thing that I'm noticing in here is that it talks about biodegradable tableware and biodegradable bags. So, and as it says in the other one, you can put the whole avocado in there, shrimp-like shells, fish bones, eggs, coffee grounds. So this has pretty much got the same no-no list. So we'll see how it goes. Let you know. I like it. After about a week, it has another couple of functions that I will be learning. It's apparently got a fermentation one. I haven't used that yet. I just figured I would experiment for a week and make sure that I could use it just like the other one to see if it was, you know, tomato. And it is for that function. So the next update, you know, we'll find out, do the other functions work just as well? So this is not any kind of prepared bedding or anything. This is just shredded cardboard, and yeah, I'm gonna clean out the sump. We got worms in there. And maybe take a little bit of this and replace it just in case. Willing to bet we'll be able to harvest a layer every checkup for the next 3 or 4 checkups. As I said, the temperature has been pretty warm for the most part. The fig can't go outside for another couple of weeks. And it looks like it has dropped all of its Breba figs, which are the figs that come in on last year's wood, which is not surprising to me considering that the kittens have been using it as a jungle gym. But it will still get more figs on the new growth this year. So hopefully the big guy here is going to give me some of that. So next, we're going to go ahead and feed the worms up on this layer. Hopefully get them to finish up this layer and then they can go into foraging. But yeah, bananas and cuties, you know, there's always a couple of them that go moldy. And then just a handful of the electric compost. Like I said, it looks pretty similar to the other company. At this point, I think the price range is about the same as what the other one was. So in and around the $300, and a lot of people say that's crazy, but I downsized when I bought this house. I bought the first electric composter, and honestly, it's been a big help. Sometimes I have, you know, fresh stuff to put in the bin, but most of the time I don't have any place to store it, and that's where this becomes helpful. Okay guys, well, if you have any questions at all about the tower system, the electric composter, or anything about worms in general, and there are the Chaos Sisters right there. They're trying to hide. There you go. The older they get, the more you can start telling them apart. There goes Ember. She's the one that will take on the 130-pound Mastiff. And there's a Rara. Nope. She's not having it. She's like, I'm not getting paid, I ain't doing the job. Alright guys, well, thank you for hanging out with me and the worms and the cats, and everybody.